Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday, July 8th, and unfortunately, Monday has arrived, but hopefully we can win some games on this Monday slate of games. We're going to be looking at two more games on the Monday night slate, the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Texas Rangers and the Cardinals going up against the Washington Nationals. I have another four graphic plays and the three best plays of the day, seven in total, five total player props, and the two best player props being towards the end of the video. Let's start the week off hot. I hope everybody has a great Monday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's break down these plays from Sunday. 1-0 currently. Jose Miranda is in orange because he did not start, so we cannot count that play there going up against the Astros. Grayson Rodriguez, he got the job done. Under 2.5 runs against the Athletics. He is still pitching right now, bottom of the sixth. He just gave up 2 runs, 93 pitches. He got himself out of the inning. I highly doubt the Orioles throw him back out there. So that's a 1-0 day so far. The Red Sox, they are playing tonight. It is 5 p.m. Central Time right now, so hopefully they can bounce back going up against the Yankees. We have a 2-1 day so far on the graphic plays. The Giants and the Guardians, they barely stuck over 8.5 runs, 9 total on the day. Jose Ramirez did rip a double for us against the Giants, and Heliot Ramos only had a single in that game, so that was the one loser so far today. So 2-1 so far, but again, this Yankees game could determine a lot because we got 3 plays in play. Hopefully, we have like a 6-1 day. That'd be great there. Let's take a look at the leaderboard really quick. Want to know what the player props of Grayson Rodriguez? Again, nothing else has happened, and then Jose Miranda did not play today. So we're going to go 2-0 or 1-1 today on the best bets. But let's look at these plays for Monday. We are going to start with the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Texas Rangers. This is a smaller slate of games on Monday, but it is going to be the first series for a lot of these teams that are playing today. This is going to be game number 1 between the Rangers and the Angels. I'm going to take the Angels plus 120 on the money line as a play. As of right now, the Angels, they have still not scored a run going up against the Cubs at the top of the ninth right now. That would make 3 of the last 4 games that they have not scored a run. But if you remember, we had the Angels against the Cubs in game number 3, and they did put up 7 runs because I like the pitching matchup. Same thing applies in this game because I like the pitching matchup that the Angels are going to have in this one. They're going to be at home to open up this series, and they're going to have a good arm on the mound so far this season to try to limit the Rangers. And that's where we're going to start with Davis Daniels back on the mound. This is his second season playing for the Angels. He got his first 3 starts last season, having a 2.19 ERA. That's pretty good. This season, the Angels, they're looking for some starting pitching. They finally went to Dan News this year. He's now made back-to-back starts in the rotation. In the last 2 games that he's been in, he's had 1 shutout, going 8 innings against the Tigers while having 8 strikeouts in that game. And the other game, he got beaten up by the Athletics. He got 4 runs in just 5 1/3 inning. Those are 2 completely different starts, but I'm hoping that we get something in the middle where he goes 6 innings, giving up just a couple runs, and he gives the Angels a chance to win this game. He is coming in with a 2.70 ERA, and he has shown a lot of potential over the last 2 seasons. He just needs to be a little bit more consistent on the mound. The matchup is going to be against the Texas Rangers, who have been a disappointment this season after the World Series last year. If he can get us through 6 innings, giving up 2 runs or less, we should be set up to win this game because the Rangers are going to be throwing out Jon Gray, and this has been one of the strangest guys to follow over the last month and a half because he's coming off an injury, and the Rangers were very careful with him, giving him a couple games where he only went 3 innings, and then he was let loose going up against the Royals 3 starts ago. He was perfect. He went 6 innings. He gave up 2 hits, no runs allowed. Since that game, though, over the last 2 starts, he's gone 9 total innings. He's given up 16 hits and 11 total runs. I'm not entirely sure what to think of Gray, but I do know with the way he's been pitching over the last couple games, the Angels, despite their struggles hitting the ball this season, they should be able to put up a few runs on the board. If we go back just one more game as well for Jon Gray, he gave up 9 runs to the Mets off of 11 hits 4 starts ago. That means he's now given up a total of 20 runs over the last 4 games. I'm going to trust the Angels in this one, which I never recommend doing. But with the circumstances of the guys on the mound in this one, I'm going to take them on the money line at home as the play today. For the player props on the screen, we're going to take both of them, Adolis Garcia and Logan O'Hoppe over 1.5 bases. We're going to start with Logan and the Angels because he's actually been one of the best hitters over the last several games for the Angels, taking that spot away from Taylor Ward. Up and down this lineup for the Angels, they don't have a ton of talent, but Logan, over the last several games, has been getting the job done, collecting at least 1 hit in 8 of the last 9 games. I've already mentioned the struggles that Jon Gray has had over the last several games, giving up 7+ hits in 3 of the last 4, and I do expect him to give up a lot of hits in this game going up against the Angels. This will also be a right against right matchup, and Logan this season, he's hitting .303 against right-handed pitching with 21 extra base hits of his 26 in total. Give me him here to stay hot over 1.5 bases as the play. But the other play is going to be Adolis Garcia, and he's been struggling at the plate over the last couple games, and he's got the day off on Sunday, which I think is really going to help him out. Davis Daniels, while he has been good in the first 2 games, he's given up a total of 11 hits, and nearly all the power numbers for Garcia this season have come from right-handed pitching. He has a total of 20 extra base hits against right-handers this year with 12 home runs and 8 doubles, and I know that he's been struggling, but away from home this season, he's been a lot better, having 18 extra base hits His batting average is also 232 compared to 190 at home. And all it takes is one good crack at the bat for this guy. I'm going to take both these guys over 1.5 bases as the play here. For the best play today, we are going to be looking at the last game between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. The series has been very entertaining to watch. If you've been watching it, the Cardinals, they're ahead right now 2-1. But we've seen both of these teams score a ton of runs. I do like the matchup we have in this game for the Nationals. I'm going to take them here on the money line as the best play of the day. We're going to have Mitchell Parker on the mound for the Nationals. He's been good enough, in my opinion, to stay in the rotation and for me to trust him in this game. For the St. Louis Cardinals, going to have Miles McCullough, who's been struggling for most of the season. And Miles, in his last start, he only gave up 2 runs with the Pittsburgh Pirates, but it wasn't enough for us to catch that first 5 with the Pittsburgh Pirates as one of the best plays of the day last week. He has given up now 3+ runs in 6 of the last 10 games, having a pretty good stretch of games at the start of June. But since those starts, he's been back to his normal self, giving up 3+ runs on an everyday basis with 5+ hits every game. He's coming into this game with a 5.19 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP. And the Washington Nationals are a team who hits better against right-handed pitching. As a team this season, they only have 14 home runs and 42 doubles against lefties. They have seen double the amount of at-bats against the right side, and they have 103 doubles, 61 home runs against righties this season, hitting .240 as a team. The Nationals, they were very competitive in the first 3 games against the Cardinals. They have only taken one of those games, losing one of them 7-8. This would be for the split, and I do think the Nationals are frisky enough to get the job done here, especially with Mitchell Parker on the mound to back us up. This team, they're so close to being a playoff team. I can smell it. We're starting to get some good talent in the rotation. We're starting to hit the ball better, especially over the last 2 years. Mitchell Parker, I hope, is going to be part of our rotation for his entire career coming in as a rookie this season. With the Nats, he's got a 3.61 ERA, a 1.10 WHIP. He had a couple really good games in the start of June as well, but since then, he's been getting beat up a little bit as well. Against the Mets and the Rockies, he gave up 4+ runs in both of those games. The problem with Mitchell Parker is that he has a tendency to have one bad inning, and then he just lets that destroy his whole day. He just needs to limit the bad innings, try to get himself out of some jams, and he's going to be one of the best arms in baseball in a couple years. Take my words for it. I know the teams have been scoring a lot of runs in this series, but if I trust anybody in this rotation other than Jake Irvin, I would trust Mitchell Parker with my life to get us a win. I'm going to take the Nationals here on the money line as the play. For the player props on the screen, I'm just going to be playing C.J. Abrams, who continues to be our best hitter day in and day out at the leadoff spot. He is turning into one of the best hitters in baseball, coming in with a .282 batting average, having at least 1 hit in 8 of the last 9 games. He's also brought in some power this season, working in the offseason, having 14 home runs already this year as a smaller guy. We saw a massive leap in talent from 2022 to 2023. Now we're seeing a giant leap in talent again from 2023 to 2024. He just keeps getting better and better and better. This is going to be a left against right matchup, which I love to take. And he has a total of 29 extra base hits against righties, including 15 doubles, 3 triples, and 11 home runs on the season. Miles, he is known for giving up a lot of hits, and I'm going to take the best hitter on this team over 1.5 bases as the play there. All right, let's go over to the cards for tomorrow, the best player props of the day. We're going to start with the batting prop. It's going to be Francisco Lindor to go over 1.5 bases going up against the Pirates on Sunday afternoon. Francisco Lindor, he's already collected himself 2 hits at 3 at-bats going up against the Pirates. I think we're going to store for the exact same thing in this game. He's getting a favorable matchup going up against Mitch Keller, who has been struggling over the last several games, giving up way too many hits. And Mitch Keller, he's a young talent for the Pirates. He's been there for 5 seasons now. He's been pretty good in his career there. But especially over the last 10 games, we have seen him give up way too many hits. Over the last 5 games, he's given up 6+ hits in 4 of those 5 games, and he's given up 5+ hits in 8 of the last 10 games. That has obviously led to a lot of runs as well, giving up 3+ runs in a lot of those games. But I'm interested in the hits in this game, and I do think with the way Lindor's been swinging the bat, he's going to find a way to get another multi-hit game in this one. Francisco Lindor has been pretty good on both sides of the plate this season, going up against lefties and righties, and he will have the advantage of picking what side of the plate he wants to go on because he gets a switch hitter. He does have 25 extra base hits already against the right side, and again, he has been swinging the bat very well over the last 10 games. I'm taking him here over 1.5 bases with the way he's swinging the bat. Give me him over 1.5 bases as the play here. For the pitching prop today, we're going to be looking at Dakota Hudson of the Colorado Rockies to go over 2.5 runs against the Cincinnati Reds. The Cincinnati Reds, they had a scheduled game against the Tigers yesterday where they were supposed to score very few runs going up against Tariq Skubal. That's what Tariq Skubal has been doing all season long for the Tigers, limiting his opponents, and that's what he did to the Cincinnati Reds yesterday. I talked about that play on the member side, and I said this Cincinnati Reds team, they have a ton of talent. They just don't have a guy yet who has a veteran presence who can get you a base hit whenever you need it the most. The Reds, they had a couple situations on Sunday afternoon where they needed a base hit with the runners in scoring position. They just couldn't get anything done. They were able to only put up 1 run yesterday going up against the Tigers. But the fun thing about the Cincinnati Reds is that they have the capability of putting up double-digit runs on any given night. This is a young, exciting team to watch, and I'm going to take them to dominate Dakota Hudson in this game. Dakota for the Rockies over the last 4 games. He's given up 6+ hits and a total of 31 hits over those 4 games. With those hits, he's given up 19 total runs, bringing his ERA up to 5.84 on the season with a 1.64 whip. And he hasn't been going up against very good teams either. He's faced off against the Pirates, the Nationals, the White Sox, and the Brewers in his last 4 starts. And the Cincinnati Reds, they've already gone up against him this season not that long ago. In 4 innings of work, he gave up 4 runs, 2 home runs, and I expect the exact same outcome in this one. I'm taking Dakota Hudson over 2.5 runs as the best pitching prop of the day. All right, let's go over to the graphic recap. Today, we are going to take the Angels on the money line going up against the Texas Rangers. Adolis Garcia and Logan O'Hoppe both over 1.5 bases in the same game parlay. And then C.J. Abrams against Miles McCollum over 1.5 bases. For the best play of the day, we are going to take the Nationals on the money line, fading Miles McCollum. I love the way this team's been playing. They're going to put up a lot of runs on Miles. We've got Dakota Hudson over 2.5 runs going up against the Reds, who gave up 4 runs the last time he saw them in 4 innings. And then Francisco Lindor over 1.5 bases going up against Mitch Keller, who has been getting hit around lately, 5+ hits in 8 of the last 10 games. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Monday, July 8th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.